Well, hello, Morton Ranch Elementary. My name is Mrs. Carr. I'm one of the assistant principals here, and I have some fabulous fifth graders to tell you about what has happened at Morton Ranch Elementary this week.
I'm Gabby. I'm Andrew. I'm Leah. I'm Mia. I'm Joshua. I'm Madison. And I'm Hector.
Hey, Joshua, what in the world is happening in fourth grade?
Well, in math, they're learning of number relationships. In science, they're learning of matter and properties. In reading, they learn how to start writing about their reading and how to take care of the reading notebooks. In writing, they learn the writing process is specific about pre-writing, using timeline, and plot structure.
Do you remember Joshua writing in fourth grade?
Yes.
Do you like to write?
Sort of.
A little bit. Great job. Thanks for sharing about fourth grade. Okay, Hector, tell us about what's happening in kindergarten.
Well, in reading, they are learning songs. For example, when I got there, they said, "The boys and girls are here, the boys and girls are here." And in writing, when I got there, I saw that they were practicing writing their names. Like, they had their names printed out in a piece of paper, and then they had to trace it out with a marker.
And that's pretty hard for kindergarten, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember when you learned how to do your name?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time ago, right? Pretty exciting stuff. Hey, Gabby, tell us about what's happening in first grade.
Well, in first grade in math, they are learning how to do graphs. Can you believe that they are doing graphs in first grade? I remember doing graphs in first grade, but in fifth grade we're still doing graphs. They're learning how to make one and what they're called and how to compare them.
But I bet your graphs in fifth grade are a little bit harder.
Yes, they're much more complicated.
Great.
In reading, they're exploring the world of books. The front, the back, the author, the title, and the spine. This week in first grade, they will be learning the five senses in science. They will be able to taste, smell, feel, see, and hear things. In writing this week, they will be learning how authors write from the heart in writing workshop.
Do you remember first grade?
Yes.
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Miss Tass.
Awesome. Fantastic news about first grade. Hey, Leah.
Hi.
I think you did pre-kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening in pre-kindergarten?
Well, in math, they're counting to 10 and sorting stuff by colors and objects. In science, they're learning about their body parts. They're drawing faces, eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. In reading, they're reading books and answering questions at the end. And they're also reading the books over again to make sure they understand. Writing, they are writing in their journals and practicing how to write their names. And in social studies, they're learning about rules and procedures, how to behave at a school. And in their exciting news, they're singing a lot of songs. They are learning to use the smartboard and they have a lot of movements.
And Aaliyah, did you go to pre-K?
Yeah, but not in this school.
But you went to pre-K and you remember some of that? Can you believe that they are reading? We have readers in pre-kindergarten. That is just awesome, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You have a favorite book?
From pre-K?
From any grade. How about any grade?
It's mostly Garfield.
Okay. So you like to read too. So we're starting them young over here at Morton Ranch Elementary. They're going to be great readers. Okay, Madison, I think you're going to tell me about second grade.
Yes, I am. In math, they learned about bar graphs, pentographs, and tally. They also are doing stations. I'm doing stations in fifth grade, but they're much harder. In science, they're learning about different meteorologists and how to be safe. They are also touched worms.
Wait, did you say they're touching worms in science?
Yes.
How cool is that? That's awesome. Keep going.
In reading, they're learning how to stop, go back, and reread if they get distracted.
That's a good skill to have, right?
In writing, they're learning how to write a small moment story. In social studies, they're learning about citizenship and live, work, and play. And the exciting news that they are doing is being good and learning about maths.
Oh, about the MAV way, right? All of that acronym that we talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's not just in second grade, that's all across our building.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Thanks for interviewing second grade. Okay, Mia, I think you have third grade. Tell us about third grade. What's going on in third grade?
In math, they are learning place value, expanding notation, estimation, comparing numbers and how to put numbers on a number line. In science, they are classifying matter. They are doing safety labs. They are using triple beam balance beams to measure mass, and they're doing experiments on what floats and what sinks. And in reading, the teacher teaches a mini lesson, and then they go back and read independently. In writing, they are learning about what is a subject and a predicate, and they are beginning their personal narratives. In social studies, they are learning about citizenship, like for example, Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King Jr. That's pretty much it.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of work is happening in fourth grade.
Third.
Third grade. Do you remember third grade? Because that was like 2 years ago for you. Were you here at Morton Ranch? Who was your teacher?
Mr. Marino and Miss McClendon.
Awesome. So do you remember some of that stuff?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for interviewing those teachers that you used to have. Okay, Andrew, tell us about fifth grade.
In fifth grade and for math, we're learning about guide, which is pretty much stations. Every station has their own letter. We're learning about rounding decimals and adding and subtracting decimals. And we just learned about the 10,000th place.
And you love math, right? And you love decimals, right? Decimals are hard. There's probably a lot of people watching this that think, no way, I do not love decimals. But you actually love them, right? Fantastic. Anything else in fifth?
For science, we're learning about science safety labs. And we're learning about the tools to use, like thermometers, microscopes, and stuff like that. In reading, we're free reading. We're doing mini lessons, and after the mini lesson, we would always read a little bit of Because of Winn-Dixie.
Okay. So writing and reading workshop are in full mode in fifth grade, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Fantastic, you
In
guys.
writing, we're publishing our first personal narrative in fifth grade.
Wow. In just the second week of school, and you guys are already publishing. Fantastic. Thanks so much, Andrew.
And then in social studies, we are learning about latitude and longitude.
Exciting times in fifth grade. Awesome.
And
That's our weekly ranch report. Don't forget to read.